Welcome to the Automaticist. So today I'm going to be showing you how to use spaces and mission control in macOS. So a space is an area on the Mac that takes up the whole screen, the whole of one screen. So I have two screens because I have a MacBook Pro and it's built-in screen, and I have a secondary, much larger screen that I use for most stuff while I'm at home. So essentially what this is it's like an area on your computer. So you can have multiple full screen things at the same time. So right now we have Firefox and Desktop 2. And of course Desktop 1 is on my other screen, which you can't see. The Firefox is its own thing. Now the way you access this is if you have a trackpad, you swipe with 3 fingers. You can swipe right, left to move between them. If you swipe up, you'll get this mission control interface. So if I want, I can click and drag this to the other side of Desktop 2. I can even click and drag this all the way over to Desktop 1, or right next to Desktop 1 on my other monitor. So I didn't close it, it's still right here, but I just moved it between screens. Of course I can add additional desktops, as many as I want. Don't know why you'd want like a gazillion of them. I guess the beauty of this is I can have, desktop, program, desktop. So essentially what's going on here is this is a common feature for a lot of different operating systems, not just macOS, a lot of Linux. Let's say open Pages, for example. I'm not going to really do anything. Just going to sort of open it. Let's say I open Music, which is a replacement for iTunes. It's on my other... So here we go. And let's say I open Finder. We're just going to go to Recents. I have all this stuff. Well, I can go over here. Firefox is completely separate from all of that. I can go over here. It looks like I have nothing open. I can open another Finder window. It's going to go back there for whatever reason. And now it just automatically rearrange it, put my desktops right next to each other. So I guess that's what macOS likes to do. And of course, I can full screen as many things as I like to. So when I'm actually making my YouTube videos, I will go and I will open a movie. Come on. Here we go. Of course, I'm using a guest account, so it's nice and clean. It's a very vanilla experience. So in just a minute, seeing iMovie right here. Now, this is pretty small, right? This is a pretty small workspace, but if I make it a full space, I can make it take up as much space as it can, and then I can, for instance, resize this. And there's nothing in here right now because this is, once again, a guest account. But that's sort of how you do that. And of course, you move your mouse to the top of the screen, you get your menus, you get your stuff like, will that be stop recording, your Wi-Fi, your time, and all that. Now, you may have noticed that if you click and hold on this, there's actually multiple options. It's full screen, which is the default. Tile window to the left of the screen, which does this. You gotta choose something to put on the right. So I guess we'll just put applications. This is kind of like an iPad in this sense, where you can move things around. You can change the divider. Now iMovie, it looks like I can only make it this small. There's other things where you'd be able to put it 50-50 or what have you. So that's essentially that, and then I can exit full screen, yeah. And then and we're back on full screen here. And of course, when I go to exit full screen, that's the only option. So you just click it. Now, if you don't have one of these trackpads and you instead have one of the Apple mice, you can still do this. It's 2 fingers on the surface of the mouse, and you would just do it like that. So imagine you're putting 2 fingers on the mouse and you're just moving them back and forth, up and down. And so that's pretty much that. If we want that to be its own thing, you can also delete desktops, of course. There it goes. So now essentially we have like our other stuff, iMovie for editing, and Firefox. Here are the things that are going on right now. And that is essentially mission control and spaces. And also, one more thing, I use this a lot. So, there's a control key on my MacBook Pro. There's just one, but on my keyboard that I've plugged in, my nice and clicky keyboard, mechanical. There's actually 2. So you can actually use control and then hold down any of the arrow keys, and you can do it. So control, right arrow, left arrow, and up arrow and down arrow. Just open the interface. And that's essentially that. It's a quick look at mission control and spaces in macOS 10. Thank you for watching all the way to the end of my video. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.